Hey guys, we're back and we're moving on to the NBA playoffs now. The defending Eastern and Western champs both down 2-0. Now, we'll start with the Celtics. Are they done?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say that the Celtics are done. I think Miami has shown a lot in this series. I think LeBron and D-Wade are really finally gelling as a chemistry. That team's looking real good. I think Chris Bosh, it is Wade and LeBron's team, but I think they're all together. They're a great match. Mike Bibby's leading them, and I think they're just too quick and too young for the Celtics to come back. The bench, Jeff Green. Where is Jeff Green? Where is Glenn Davis? Where is Delonte West?
All-star, man. He hasn't even done anything.
He has done nothing. That trade has gone down as one of the worst trades in Celtic history.
We need Perk bad.
Yeah, we need Perk
that
badly.
That defense is getting killed out there.
Yeah, I think the Celtics, they're getting a little old, and I think that says a lot about the Celtics. I think the Celtics might not only be done with this series, but I think their defensive reign and possible championship reign might be over after this game.
You saw this coming since they're all, older breed players, and they're coming together trying to win championships. But you wish they win more than just, one. I mean, the one is great, because it hadn't happened in a long time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you always want more.
Yeah.
You always want more, especially last year was a killer.
Yeah.
I always wanted that Game 7. They should have just nailed a few shots, and they would have had it.
If Paul Pierce wants to be mentioned with one of the greats, he needs to win a second one. And I think his window's closing a little bit. Who knows? Maybe after 2012, once Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett leave, and it's Rondo, Pierce, and they have enough to get a Dwight Howard, maybe they can come back or get a Chris Paul and trade Rondo to get a big man.
But Pierce will always be great. He'll always be great with the Celtics, and I think that's all he really cares about.
And I think this series showed me a lot. If the Celtics won this series, I think that shows that the Heat, they spent a lot of money for nothing. Because if they can't get it by an old team like the Celtics, they were never going to win the championship.
Yeah, the Celtics are just so experienced.
But if the Heat won, they're possibly going to win, I think that shows a lot that the Heat... this is their first year, and they're real young right now. I think they're going to come together over these next 5 years and really gel. I think that you can see them win 2, maybe 3 championships. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Like they did
LeBron's antics there.
So, overall, you'd say if the Celtics lose the series...
I think the Celtics are done, but I'll give them a win.
I think the Celtics are going to win 1 in the road, maybe the next game, but I think the Heat's going to come back.
So overall, what I'm saying right now is if the Celtics lose this series, you think the future is negative for the Celtics?
I think the future is negative for the Celtics. They have one bright spot, and that's Rajon Rondo. I think Rajon Rondo is going to entice a lot of future free agents to come into this team. He's a young guy, the best passer in the NBA. But the problem is he can't shoot, and they need it. They need to be able to sign a Dwight Howard or another possible scorer for them to have a chance. I think Rondo and Dwight Howard is going to be a future awesome pairing right there. That'll be alley-oops all day.
I personally think Howard's a little overrated. I don't think he's that great of a scorer.
Defensively, I think he would fit in perfectly here.
He's Superman.
He's
Superman defensively. We're talking defensively.
He's the best defensive. The Celtics are a defensive team, and Dwight Howard's the best defensive player. I'm talking about Dwight Howard. He can put up 30 points a game, 10 blocks, 10 rebounds. I think that would be great.
I'm thinking more like a Derrick Rose-esque player.
Yeah, but you got Rondo.
Yeah, but Rondo's not a shooter. Rondo is a great person to build a team around. He is a beast.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough. If you get a Derrick Rose or a Chris Paul, you'd have to trade Rondo to get, because you can't have 2 guys playing the point guard position. That wouldn't work out. But
true. How about a Dirk?
Dirk? He's a little bit.
Yeah, but Dirk's a beast.
I like a guy like Danny Granger. Maybe a guy like him. If they can get a Danny Granger and then maybe another big guy, possibly like a LaMarcus Aldridge or something, another goal for the Bruins, 4-1. It's all over. See you in the Eastern Conference Finals.
See you, Philly.
All right.
Back to your cheesesteaks.
That's called payback. Back to your cheesesteaks.
Back to your cheesesteaks.
This kid's a joker. All right, now we'll move on to the Lakers down 2-0. Right now trailing as we speak.
I love it so much.
Right now trailing, coming second quarter, coming close, 45-42. If they go down 3-0, ooh, that's over.
They were done after they lost at home.
Yeah.
In my eyes, you can't not lose 2 at home to a team that does not win on the road.
To a team that does not lose at home.
Yeah, but the Mavs never win on the road either. So, it's like, especially in the playoff time, they've always struggled with that. They struggled with that with Portland in the first 4 games, taking 2 at home, then losing the 2 on the road. You just...
That first game was tight.
That first game was tight.
Kobe. Trying to take that all.
I'm going to disagree a little bit. I think the Lakers, I think Kobe has a chip on his shoulder to win another one. I think they're all ready, and I think going down 2-0 is possibly good for them because Dallas is not a young team like Miami. I think Dallas, they're older guys like Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, two of the oldest players in the game. I think the Lakers are going to come out firing on all cylinders, and Kobe's going to have a chip on his shoulder. You look at a guy like Lamar Odom, and even Ron Artest, who's suspended. You got Andrew Bynum. I think all this experience is going to come back, and who's a better coach than Phil Jackson? I think the Lakers could possibly come back and win in Dallas. I think it's going to be tough, but I said the Lakers win in 7.
Dallas in 6.
Dallas in 6.
I mean, I just think that even though Kidd's old, you have so many weapons. You got Terry, you got Nowitzki. I mean, Kidd's old, but when he gets on fire, he's on fire. And when Stoy's on fire, he's on fire. Same with Nowitzki, and he's got that off-balance shot.
Did you see the Kobe post-game interview after Game 2? He looked absolutely pissed, and he looks like he's going to take that out in this next game. Speaking of motivation, Dirk Nowitzki, when it comes to playoff time, he never gets pumped up. He never gets fired up. I think Kobe Bryant's the direct opposite. Right. He's going to get his team together. Phil Jackson's going to take these first 2 games like he always does. Builds on him.
But you can also look at it as a publicity way. He is Kobe Bryant. He is the star of the whole entire league. I mean, you also look at it as a publicity.
Think another way.
Maybe Dirk says, "Hey, I'm going to be like
there's one other variable here.
Shut my mouth and do my job on the court."
There's one other variable here. Who would the NBA rather see face the Heat in the finals? Mavs or Lakers?
Doesn't matter.
They'd much rather see the Lakers.
They'd much rather see the Lakers.
So that's going to give them money, especially in a possible lockout situation. The refs are going to be all on the Lakers' backs. The Lakers are going to get all the calls. Kobe Bryant's going to get all. You have to basically stab Kobe to get a foul. I think they're going to get a ton of calls in these next 2 games. If the Lakers pull out with one of these next 2 games, I think it's
one of these next 2 games is still going to lose. They need both of them done.
I will say.
Kind of like the Celtics.
I mean, you got to give me that's a bold statement to go down 2-0 and then have the Lakers come back in 7. But I'm just saying.
If the Lakers are notorious,
I'd love to see the Lakers down.
The Lakers are notorious for losing those series.
I'll say this too. Even if the Lakers do come back and beat the Mavs, they're not going to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's all I'm saying.
I think they got a better chance of beating the Thunder than do the Mavs right now.
All right. Well, yeah.
Say the Grizzlies are
knocked down.
The Grizzlies are competing.
All right, go.
All right, back to the East. Chicago and Atlanta tied 1-1. Does Atlanta have a shot?
It's 2-1 now, actually. I think
it's
2-1.
2-1 Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago won like
Derrick Rose had a
points.
Derrick Rose had a monster game that next game.
Okay.
44 points.
Atlanta's a real good team. They always beat the postseason.
99-82.
And nobody ever gives them credit. They're always a 4 or 3 seed, and nobody ever says, "All right, I'm going to go Atlanta." Atlanta versus Lakers, the Stanley Cup contender. They always are predicted to be out in the first round.
They're too bland.
Yeah, but I really like the Atlanta. You know, they got the scoring with Joe Johnson. They got Jamal Crawford. They got the defense with Josh Smith and Al Horford. They got great coaching by Larry Drew, who's a new coach, and Jamal Crawford. I think is one of the best 6 men in the game, along with Kirk Heinrich. I think they're loaded right there. But I think the Bulls are too good. I think it's like I've always said.
Sorry.
Like I've always said, it's going to be Bulls Thunder, and I'm going to stick with that. I think Derrick Rose is too good of a player. Carlos Boozer's had an off series, I think, with Luol Deng. I think they're loaded too. But it's going to be real tough, but I'm going to say it's going to be...
How can you say that a young team like the Thunder could get there, but a veteran team like the Mavericks, who have been there time and time and time again, can't do it?
I just don't think Dirk Nowitzki come postseason time. I think they're both too old, and I don't think they have enough passion and a motivation in the playoffs. And I think personally, Dallas, they're not talented enough. I don't think they have enough in the tank, really.
They're competing with the Lakers right now, so I'll give them the talent.
Wait, if Dallas is to beat Lakers and Oklahoma City, I know we haven't gone past this. Say Oklahoma City beats
I like
Memphis.
OKC to beat Dallas.
All right. Yeah.
I think the Lakers have. I think the matchup's kind of screwy here. I think the Lakers could take down OKC, but I think OKC could take down Dallas.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you that. I say OKC beats both of them easily.
I don't think the Lakers easily.
But who are they going to... I mean, they're still going to take down Memphis. Memphis is
still
really
going to
good.
cover the 6th man of the year, Odom, and then Bryant.
We'll move on to Memphis as the Bruins show no mercy for the Flyers.
5-1, and we are in the conference
All right,
finals.
so Memphis, do you think they have a chance against Oklahoma?
I love Memphis right now.
Too.
And everybody in the hockey and basketball, nobody's making a name for himself bigger than a better player than Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph has just been called by I forget who it was as the best power forward in the game. His nickname is Zebo. He is taking the whole game by himself. You can see him put 30 points, 10 rebounds a game.
Definitely.
Just give it to him, and he just beats anybody in his way. He's a beast down low. He's a beast outside. I love Zach Randolph, and they're doing this all without Rudy Gay. With Daryl Arthur, he's a great player right now. Mike Conley stepping up.
OJ Mayo's a beast. I love him.
Yeah,
Marcus
Vasquez, Marcus All,
Marcus
Tony Allen.
is the key to this too.
But Marcus All and Zach
Randolph stepping in.
Yeah, Marcus All and Zach Randolph have both been stepping up. But I think Zach Randolph, he's just tremendous right now. And I think the big thing is, I think, you know what's tough? They're facing Oklahoma City with Serge Ibaka and Kendrick Perkins. Where's the defense of those two guys?
Perkins has faltered completely.
Yeah.
Ibaka, he's been doing his part. I think Perkins has a lot of potential, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not living up to that at all. It feels like it was a dead trade when it happened with the Thunder and the Celtics.
I think personally that trade backfired on both teams.
Yeah.
But I'm still saying Oklahoma City wins the series. I don't think they're gonna have another win. Memphis, I don't know. They're just like the VCU.
Well, I think you got to give credit to the Memphis winning on the road.
I do.
Game one, especially by 10 points, and then.
I got to give them credit for beating the Spurs.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, I think the Thunder are going to be harder than the Spurs. It's just they're younger, they're fast. Yeah. But here's the thing with Memphis: as long as you have the threat with Gasol and Randolph, you are always going to be in trouble if you are the Thunder because you got those outside threats. And Conley, Mayo's been stepping up his shot game, and I mean everyone's just been coming together.
Yeah, but the Thunder do have Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
They do, but if you let them get theirs and you all get yours, you're all's going to beat
theirs. It's going to be tough. What do you like in the series?
I like Memphis in 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't you just say you liked Oklahoma City earlier?
I did, but I like. Memphis wasn't in my triangle of messed up matches. I like Memphis.
All right. That's balls right there.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Balls
all right.
Wire.
Now we're moving on to baseball. Now Francisco Liriano hits the White Sox. 123 pitches, 6 walks. Now, thoughts? Is he an elite top pitcher in the game now? Let me just say no.
Absolutely not.
He had a 9 ERA coming into the thing. Yeah. I mean, this guy seems. He's like up and down,
up and down, up and down. Who's that Oakland pitcher who got that little lucky? The Dallas Braden. It kind of reminds me of that.
It reminds me more.
Didn't even do that good.
Yeah. It reminds me more of Edwin Jackson. That was a terrible no. 6 walks, 123 pitches. That was ugly right there. But it reminds me a lot of the Edwin Jackson last year. Edwin Jackson, I think, had 4 walks and right up there with the 130 pitches. But Edwin Jackson's not an early pitcher. I think Francisco Liriano, I think this game is big for him. I think it's going to take his ERA down, and I think he's going to be a potential trade bait.
Well, yeah, his ERA is like 6.
Yeah. But I think Francisco Liriano, he's a real good pitcher. I think he's bounced back from that horrible injury he had. I think eventually, and I think he's eventually going to become a pitcher.
So much hype on this guy coming into the league. You got the left. He's kind of like Dontrell Willis.
Johan Santana.
Yeah, Johan Santana.
Yeah.
I mean.
And they had both.
They did have both of them. It's just, it's a shame that he couldn't be doing this earlier.
The Twins locked up Joe Mauer. That was a shock. They're not going to lock up Francisco Liriano. I think they're going to trade Liriano soon.
The thing is, it looks like a sham. Took that long still. 123 pitches. I know it's a no-hitter, but you're facing Ozzie Guillen, a faltering White Sox team.
Yeah.
They're really starting to fall out.
Would you say Liriano's a top 15 pitcher?
Maybe.
I'll say yeah.
Yeah. I'll give him.
So I would say that's
very
elite.
low.
I'd say that's elite.
It's elite, but you still got to prove yourself. You have a 6 ERA, whatever it's going to be. You still got to show why you deserve to be a top pitcher. And the no is one thing, but show me through record, show me through ERA, show me through leading your team to playoffs, and then we'll talk.
I think we should.
You want to cut this?
Yeah.
We'll go and we can fit one more thing. Andre Ethier.
Okay.
All right. So Andre Ethier extends his hitting streak to 30 games now. Thoughts? Does he have a chance to break Joe DiMaggio's 56?
Basically he has to do it all again.
No, I'd say no.
That's tough. I'm gonna say no
it's
too.
Just I
think that
hard.
record's never gonna be broken. But you know what? I'm gonna say something about Andre Ethier. Dodgers organization is absolutely in shambles right now for that whole divorce thing, and they can't even pay their May payroll. I think Andre Ethier is giving they're giving a lot of fans hope for the Dodgers. I think this is a great time to be doing this streak, and I think Andre Ethier is one of the best players in the game, actually. And to be doing this during this whole divorce thing, really carrying the Dodgers, I really like Andre Ethier in this whole thing. I don't think he's going to break Joe DiMaggio.
I'd love to see it.
Oh, obviously.
But because it's like, it's never really going to happen.
Yeah.
Think of that. That's a third of the season, pretty much, where you need to get a hit. I
That's
mean,
true.
and straight through.
Yeah.
Like, no breaks in between at all, really. I mean, I think he can do it, but, I mean, I don't think he will do it. That's the thing. And, I mean, with the Dodgers, the whole MLB problems, and it's just, it's a good thing.
They can't even pay their maids' payroll.
Get some fans in the ballpark, get some friends.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, Andre Ethier, like you just said, putting fans in the seats, and that's huge.
Something to look forward to in life.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, now we got something special for a third parter, so we'll see you then. Unveil the surprise.